Hey guys, Joey here with a 5-year review on this Craftsman Professional floor jack that I got, as I said, 5 years ago. So I just thought I'd hop on here and let you know how it's been going. It's the 4-ton jack, and it was a deal from Sears towards the end of their demise there, which is really sad. So the special also came with, it's a 4-ton jack, Craftsman jack, and the part number is 50168 or 950168, whatever that little 9 is. And the jack stand part number is 50163. And those are made in China, as the jack is too. But they have been great. The jack stands are amazing. They're 4-ton stands to go with the 4-ton jack, and the jack has been absolutely amazing. I've seen a lot of these on YouTube and online where guys are talking about the leaking. So for a while, all this time, nothing has happened until a couple of weeks ago. I was ready to do a brake job for a friend. He dropped his car off at my house, and lo and behold, there's wetness under the jack. So I was like, shit. After further investigation, the hydraulic pump, the bottle jack that's underneath inside the jack that makes it go up, had indeed, I thought, either blown a seal or something happened. I don't use the jack like every single day. You know, I've heard of these hydraulic floor jacks, if you don't use them a whole ton, that just sitting around, they will leak. Although my dad has had one, like some Chinese one, for like literally almost 40 years, but he does use his, I guess, a lot. He's a master mechanic, so his has never leaked. It still works. Like, I had to go borrow his to finish my story. My buddy dropped his car off. I came to get all my stuff out, brought it, got the car in the garage, got everything ready. I found that my jack had been leaking, and I'm like, oh shit. So like I said, I thought it was obviously a seal. So I researched YouTube and I was watching all these videos on how to refurbish the jack or rebuild the bottle jack part to it, and it just seemed like a big pain in the ass to me. So I kept putting it off. I've been putting it off for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and so I watched this one video where this guy some of the guys online are using this Bars Leak jack oil. So I went out and got some, and I was like, why? I thought I'd go ahead and try it before I tore the jack apart. So I filled the jack up. It had lost probably over half of the jack oil in it by this point, by the time I caught it. And I filled it up. The directions on the Bars Leak jack oil, it does say that it could take up to a couple days for it to work. It's like a seal reconditioner. You know, it takes a couple days to work, like I said. And I came out about 2 or 3 days later. It's been sitting in the same spot. I had it sitting on a piece of cardboard, the jack, and no leaks at all. So I bled it. I went through the bleeding procedure. You can find that all over YouTube. And first I tried it on my good old Simplicity here. And lo and behold, I jacked it up from the back, you know, and it had no problems jacking up that 800-pound machine with no issues, no squeaks, no anything. So I was like, yeah, we're on a roll. So went out to my truck. I tried it on my truck. I got a GMC Sierra half-ton, jacked up the back, no problems, no leaks. So fast forward you know, a week later or whatever, there's still no leaks and the jack is performing flawlessly. So I'm glad to report that it's back in service. Thank God. Because it still looks great. I mean, I don't put it through a bunch of abuse. Obviously, I've used it a lot. The plate, the lifting plate there is pretty beat up, but you know, it's a jack, right? So yeah, that's the update on that. And so it's good to go. So I highly recommend, if you guys got like a leaking jack or a jack that's been out of service for a while, go ahead and try some of this bars leak jack oil with stop leak. There's nothing in it. Like I remember bars back in the day, people used to get the bars leak stuff to stop radiator leaks, and it had like the pellets in it. God, I'm sure that stuff was so bad for your engine block and your radiator. But this has nothing. There's like no pellets, no nothing in it. It's just has super conditioning stuff for the O-rings and everything. And speaking of, if I ever did get another jack, I'm thinking about getting the Harbor Freight Daytona jack, their 4-ton jack, just so I can have another 4-ton jack. Why not, right? I've said that to a couple of friends, and they're like, "Why don't you just get the 3-ton jack?" And I'm like, "Why don't you just get the 4-ton jack?" So anyway, what I'm going to do right away is dump all the hydraulic oil or the jack oil that's in it, and I'm going to start filling all my jacks or anything that takes that kind of oil with this right away. And it should, you know, who knows how long those jacks have been sitting on the shelf. So right from the get-go, I'm just going to do some preventative maintenance on it, as they call it. So yeah, so I just wanted to hop on here real quick and give a 5-year update. Yeah, that's it. Craftsman Professional 4-ton floor jack. Still in great shape. Still pumping with the best of them. Low profile. I love it. So the other thing I wanted to go over was my new purchases so far in the last 2 weeks. So I've gotten the 84 tooth Gearwrench ratchets. I'm going to go ahead and try to buy the whole, the rest of them, which is the 4-piece locking flex head, and then the 3-piece non-locking flex head. I've seen nothing but great reviews on them on YouTube. And I think there's a 24-inch flex head, maybe. Don't quote me on the length of it. Actually, don't quote me on the length of anything. But it's always on the bigger side, right, guys? So anyway, what I've ordered here is I think this is 7-inch, 1/4-inch drive ratchet. I believe this is a, let me see here, maybe 11-inch. Yeah, 11-inch, 3/8 drive, and then a 15-inch Big Mama Jama 1/2-inch drive. Long handle. They're called the long handle ratchets. And then of course the standard size 1/2-inch, 3/8, and 1/4-inch ratchets. I think this is like 11 inches, and then maybe 8 inches, 8 1/4, something like that, and then a 5-inch. So should you buy these ratchets, since they've come out, they're really pushing like the 90 tooth Gearwrench ratchets and the 120 XPs. I already have the 120 XPs in these sets here. There's the 1/2-inch ratchet and socket set, 3/8 and a 1/2-inch drive, and those things are amazing. I have never had any problems out of these, and I use these quite often. I keep them in my toolbox without the lids, and so these get abused pretty heavily. Mostly the 3/8. I do use the 1/4-inch quite often, and obviously the 1/2-inch drive stuff it's a beast. I've never had any issues with them binding up or skipping or nothing like that from any of the drives. 1/4 inch through half drive. So, should you buy the 84 tooth today with all these other options? And I say, hell yes. If you look online, Amazon or Acme Tools online is a great place to get stuff too. You could see that a lot of the times these are super duper cheap. I don't know if they're going to discontinue them or not, or if they already did and they're just trying to get rid of them. I know they're rebranding these ratchets for like parts stores. I know the Tech Correct is starting to brand these Gearwrench ratchets under their own name. At least they were. I don't know if they still are. And they just say like 84 tooth on them. This is the new style, or the new logo. It says 84T. The first 84 ratchets that came out, 84 tooth ratchets that came out, actually said 84 tooth on them with the little old Gearwrench logo, with the little gear, which I thought was way better. Actually, I think these still have it with this logo, with the old logo. Get this 1/4 inch out really quick. Yeah, they still have the old logo. Look how cool that looks. Anyway, so you still buy these? Hell yes, these are amazing ratchets, and the tooth count is still, a lot higher than anything else that's out there. Listen to this thing. It just brings a big smile on my face messing with ratchets. They are greased. First thing I do when I get any ratchet is take them apart, clean them up, or I might wait after a little while, maybe after maybe a month or 2 months, and then take it apart and clean it out. Any of the new, a lot of the new ratchets will tend to any flaking off, any of the gear tooth or the pawl might do. That's from being new. So I always take them apart and clean them out really good, and then re-grease them with, of course, the good old super lube, the synthetic grease. So as many of you know, that's what Snap-on, the good old Snap-on Giant, uses in their ratchets. So why not just put a light coating? I put a light coating on these. It's not recommended that you put a heavy coating in these fine tooth ratchets. I've heard that they could start skipping, and I've seen some videos where some guys put it in there and they start to bound up the ratchet, where they had to go in and clean them out, and then redo it with like regular oil. Super Lube also makes a synthetic oil and I've seen a lot of people using these ratchets. I've always had great luck with the grease itself. I just put a very light coating on there, in the back of the main tooth gear, and on the teeth itself and on the paw, and really the whole lever mechanism here, the on and off. And I've never had a problem. So yes, I would say yes, if you can find a deal on these ratchets, the 84 tooth ratchets, definitely pick them up. Don't hog them up though, because I still need to get the locking and non-locking. But yeah, these are great. These are absolutely great. So yeah, that's going to end it for today. Guys, like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to start to get back on here. My daughter kind of slowed my channel there for a while, but I'm going to get back on here and start doing reviews again. And these are just the beginning of a lot more ratchets that I'm going to add to my arsenal. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.